Yeah.
So you have to pay her. No, people like move in there and eat food there and whatever.
Mm.
We'd be gone a week driving around the country, New York City. We never made it there. You know, I guess you know that her and I traveled the world twice. And money was no objective. But we had to.
Travel is so wonderful. I love to travel, but I also love to stay home.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I fantasize of some of my family moved down to Central Florida, and they named it a mid-sized community. It's in Alabama.
Oh yeah.
And they're my aunts and uncles and their kids.
And
They're grown.
let me see if I can get this thing to stop again. Whoops. This is so loud. So they went from Florida to Georgia?
Yeah, it was just riding around. And then one of my aunts, every time something went wrong, I was a kid, about 14, 12 to 14. Her and her husband always were breaking up. She had either 4 or 6 husbands. I'm not sure she married 2 of them. But we went riding around. The family did. And I'd say, oh, there's where one of them lives. I got a card from that one. And they were scattered up in the area that we were in what's the name of it?
Florida?
Yeah. Oh, no, where she's living now, I guess.
Georgia?
No, it was Florida.
Oh.
But it was a big town in Florida.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Where? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hmm?
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I had a question. Where were you born?
Utica, New York. That I do know. 21st December, 1937. That puts me up now. I guess I'm 81. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm almost embarrassed to say I can't count up to 81.
I think the math on that is 86. And that
86?
I think so. I'd have to look. I'm so tired right now.
Who was 86?
You might be.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Not doing the good, bad, or indifferent, you know.
It's not like 8.5, where 8.5 to 9 really makes a big difference when you're a little boy.
Yeah. Well, I had a pretty good life because what I did, I really did what I wanted. When I went down there and went in the military, and my time got up, and I said, tell you what, I'll re-enlist. Promote me. It made me sergeant. I went from airman to sergeant overnight, and that gave me another 6-year enlistment instead of 4. So by the time I got through there, I was at 8 years on them, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go the route. I went and told them, got one promotion again, you know, and I got made a tech sergeant, which is nobody compared to being an officer. I was an enlisted man. And I enjoyed it because I got to meet all these officers, which are high-class military. And the only reason half of them were there, they went in the military at a young age because they didn't want to fight. They didn't want to get what do you call it?
Grunt?
No, anyway.
Oh, the conscientious objector?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they didn't want to do that because a lot of them became lawyers. If they didn't own a factory with their daddy, they would come up with some candy shop, size of a building or a store or whatever. And it went on up there. And when I decided to get out, hell, I was eligible just about to get my money. You know, they pay you monthly if you get disability or you get discharged for the amount of time you gave them. Well, I was almost up to the time, and I decided to hell with it. I was just mad at the world. And I started buying and selling. Cars, trucks, guns, whatever. I sold a lot of guns. Shouldn't, but I did.
Oh, and so many vehicles.
And he wants a gun to go buy his gun that he's carrying, because he's not paid for. He'll say that he's concealed weapons. He's wearing them, and I would know somebody that would give me, say, $70 for that pistol, because these pistols are worth anywhere from $50 for a piece of junk to about $70 that some hoodlum will carry. And so you could hand somebody $20 a tear run down your face. Gotta go home and feed the kids. That's a joke, not feeding the kids. But you would find somebody that wanted it and was somehow ashamed or scared or worried, couldn't walk into a gun store and get it themselves. They were of age, and that's the person I'd look for,
Yeah. Well, that would have been like in the 50s when you did most of that?
50s, 60s.
Yeah.
I remember Loretta getting pissed off about me selling some guns, because the guys, after I told them, if you come by the house, don't be armed. They came by to show me pistols. They're going to trade in and get another one from me. And she got pissed off. But I kept them put away. And I didn't just, you can buy targets of people that you don't like. People do that shit.
I can remember, because I wasn't a fan of guns, but so when you came into my life in 6th grade and became my grad dad, I remember that you had a pistol in the nightstand, and I didn't like it at all. And I had, me and myself, I had something to say about it. Oh my gosh, I'm remembering. Do you remember you were so mad at me for this one, that when I called the fire marshal on the way you had the furnace hooked up?
Oh,
do you remember that?
Because I had done that, because I had run furnace companies.
Oh God, you had that thing wired across the hallway roof, and it would spark. It would spark. It was extension cords and shit wire, and it would spark every time the furnace would kick on, and it bothered me. And I was like, I was young, maybe. Well, it had to be between 6th and 7th grade, probably.
So you're 12 years old.
And I called the fire marshal and had them come and inspect it, and they tagged the furnace, and you came home and were pissed.
Well, I think that happened now. I think it also shut the hot water off.
Oh.
Or somehow that got shut off too. Or when they came out to do the other one, it might have been what? Because all I remember is the water went down, and then just the cold water came on, so you couldn't really take a bath. Like here, I have to hold my tongue almost really. Twice, out of a couple days I've been here, it made me take a cold shower, because they didn't have the hot water on right. And when I take a cold shower, oh my God, it's like being dipped in
that hurts.
A jar of water with ice water.
Yeah.
And I complained about them and pretended I was going to move up and complain to the higher ups, and they'll tell you I don't have to take no shower.
Well, my understanding, and I have very little of it about this whole situation here, but is that they are responsible, they're being paid, and they're responsible for making sure that you get proper medical attention. So when we go on out of here, I'm going to talk to her, and I'm going to, I'll show her the pictures, and I'll say my opinion is that, you know, this could go really bad, and I feel like it should be looked at by a professional. And so what are you going to do about it? So I'll put it on her plate.
Right.
So at least it's known that, hey, I'm putting this on your plate. So
I mean, that was the craziest thing. I stumped my toe before.
But that,
not like
wow,
that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was laying right there in bed. I remember that part. And the only thing I can figure, I grabbed this or something like it.
Oh, like the wood
It
edge.
didn't slide over. I put it, grabbed hold of it, and I think I yanked up and jerked back into bed because I hadn't gotten up yet. Because right after that, 30 minutes, I was limping. And the reason I was limping, trying to feel smoother out of this. I was wearing the black ones in. And I didn't
because it was
to,
pressure and.
Yeah. I wanted to just try to see what the heck is wrong with them. What I was hoping to be able to do, but I couldn't take it. I was thinking about cutting my toenails myself, but bending over like that and trying to reach it, and my skills aren't good anymore like they were.
I really think
I didn't take it.
Yeah, I think somebody needs to look at it and, you know, podiatrist and do it right.
Because you may have to sew one to the other or away from it.
I think, to keep it from bumping. Well, who knows? We'll just make sure that it gets looked at. We'll make sure it gets looked at professionally.
Oh, yeah, thank you, because I plan on that. Yeah.
I have a bummer thing that's going on right now. Is I don't want...
You don't want what, tell me?
I don't want to leave.
You don't want any what, honey?
I don't want to leave.
No, you don't want to leave.
And my eyes are getting really, really tired, and it's dark out, and I'm going to have to leave.
Up. You go when you're ready. Because I'll feel better about you being here, too, without getting your whole life turned over.
Yeah. You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. Yeah, I think about, you know, that where they say put the oxygen on yourself first before your loved one, you know, and that's it. You got to care for yourself before you can care for somebody else. And but I'm getting too tired.
Honey.
Okay, love you. I'm going to click this off and we're going to have a hug.